For all the families, here's your recruit graduation 2022 probationary firefighters. Please remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for a moment of silence for departed brothers and sisters before us and the families of Texas last week. Thank you. Have a seat. Good evening. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Chief of the Department Gregory Mccarty. I'm honored to be here tonight. Another great celebration for the Union Fire Department. I'm sorry about the shift change. We had a nice ceremony planned outside, but the weather didn't cooperate tonight, but it's still going to be a great night. These guys in front of you just went through some intense training, and we're here tonight to celebrate their accomplishments. We're proud of what they've done and what they're going to do. So before we get started, I'd like to give some thanks to the dignitaries that made this available. There is multiple events in town right now, so most of our elected officials can't be here, but without the assistance of Administrator Don Travisano, Assistant Administrator William Reyes, Mayor Manny Figueredo, Deputy Mayor Suzette Cavadis, Committeewoman Michelle Delisford, Police Commissioner Joe Florio, and Fire Commissioner Clifton People, and Senator Joe Cryan, we would not be here tonight. So thank you for your continued support of public safety. At this time, I'd ask Mayor Figueredo to say a few words.
Thank you, Chief. First of all, as I congratulated each and every one of you outside, and my question to them was, how was live burn? Because that's always one of the culmination almost of their arduous and difficult training. And why? So that they're safe as they go on to this job now. They're safe out there with their brothers and sisters that are in the back, that are going to be their future brothers and sisters that are going to stay with them and protect each other as they go out and protect us, the citizens of the Township of Union. So we welcome you to the families. We welcome you to our extended family, because that's what we become here. You are going to need to support them as they begin this new journey. It is a new journey. You know, training was tough. Well, sitting at the house and waiting for that real call is even tougher. So please be there for them when they come home after a tough day, tough night. They get there in the morning after a long 24-hour shift, possible multiple fires. We don't know what they deal with on any given day. So be there to support them. That's the most important thing that you can do as a family. To all of you, congratulations. Welcome to the Township of Union. I know our 60,000 plus residents welcome you and look forward to having your protection as we move forward. Congratulations to all of you.
Thank you, Mayor. Like the Mayor said, there's nothing more important than family. You need to be there. Your sons, nephews, brothers, they now have a second family, extended family, and you're also part of our extended family. So through the good times and through the bad, we will all now be there for each other. So good days ahead, hopefully better days than worse. From the Union, Joe Frayne. Joe Frayne, come on up. Represent Local 46. We apologize that the Local 46 President, Eddie Donnelly, is not available.
You want to borrow my speech, Joe?
Good evening. I didn't have time to be nervous. I just want to congratulate everyone. I welcome you to the Brotherhood. I'm going to ask you to be involved in the Union. I'm going to ask you to come to the St. Patty's Day Parade. I want you to show your pride that you have for this job. the mayor, the township committee, they do a great job in providing us with the tools and the equipment and, quite frankly, the understanding of what it is to be a firefighter. And I'm just going to ask you to participate in this job and appreciate it. And I'm going to leave you with this. Today is my 30th anniversary. I started 30 years ago today. And but what was told to me 30 years ago by retired Captain George Davies was that if you are good to this job will be good to you. And I'll just leave it with that. And I ask you guys to always be safe. Thank you.
Thank you, Joe. I don't know if you read between the lines, but what he was telling you was open your wallets up. It's time to start paying your dues. I'd like to acknowledge Chief Huber and Chief Fretz in the crowd, previous chiefs of departments. Thank you for attending. Also, Deputy Cisparo, Chief Reckemeyer, also. Deputy Cisparo is a big part of his class, but unfortunately he has a family issue, so he's not here able to attend with us tonight. But I'd be negligent if I didn't acknowledge the job that Deputy Cisparo and Lieutenant O'Shaughnessy did with this recruit class. I did many previous classes in the past, so I know the amount of time, heartache, and energy it takes to put into a successful class. So if it wasn't for Lieutenant O'Shaughnessy's hard work and Deputy Cisparo, this class wouldn't be as successful as it was. So thank you for everything you've done and continue to do, and we appreciate you. I'd like to bring up Lieutenant O'Shaughnessy at this time.
Good evening, everybody. Here's the tough part about going third. They took all the good lines already, right? All right, so I'm going to this is going to be off my chest, all right? First, I want to congratulate you guys. Nobody in this room knows how hard you worked, but you guys. You and your 9 brothers. And remember that always. You guys are going to know each other for the rest of your careers here, all right? Now, I want you guys to stand up for a second. Stand up. Turn around. Look at your family. Because of their support, you're now here. Look at the far wall. They're the ones who are going to make you the firefighters here. All right? So now you have multiple families, multiple people who care about you and respect what you do. There's a lot on your plate, and pay it forward. So congratulations again. Let's give them a round of applause. All right, you guys, turn around. Sit down. I'll leave you with this also. I've paved that first path for you. You've listened to me for 4 months now. Take my advice, go forward, and make your own way from here on whatever shift you're going to end up, which I know you guys are really excited about finding out, right? So thank you all for coming. We appreciate the support. Thank you.
Thank you, Lieutenant O'Shaughnessy. All right, a couple words from me, and then you will get your shift assignments. Congratulations on your achievement. You have completed your academy training, but you are about to report to your shift for the first time to meet the team of firefighters you'll be working with for the next 25 years of your life. Sure, you're excited, but as you sit and think about everything you don't know, you can feel your anxiety level rising. We can relate. We've been there. Firefighting is difficult, but a firefighter's probationary period is typically the most difficult part of his or her career. This is the way it's supposed to be. because your probationary period is the period where a good department will challenge you to rise and meet their standards. This is not a time to take lightly, because it's during this period when your actions are scrutinized by upper management, me. And what you do and fail to do can result in your termination, ending your career as a firefighter. If that scares you, it should, but not enough that you don't accept this challenge. Being a firefighter is all about accepting challenges. It's what we do. During your probationary period, you are likely to feel alone. It would be wise to remember that the men and women you are working with have all been probies at some point. In many departments, each time an individual receives a promotion, they have to complete another probationary period. Why is this? Simple. It's important to determine whether or not that individual is capable of performing the duties that are required of them in a new position. Since you have completed the academy, you may be wondering why you are still under the microscope. One of the reasons for this is that the men and women you will be riding with want to ensure that you have retained the information you were taught in the academy. They also want to help bring you to the next level, the street smart level of firefighting. You learned early on that textbook firefighting and real firefighting are two different things. This is why they will push you and evaluate you and sometimes judge you. But they'll also do more than just that. They'll also help you educate and prepare you to become a functioning member of that crew. As a new firefighter, there are things you should know. For example, every firefighter knows the probie's list of responsibilities around the firehouse could be summed up in one word. What's your responsibilities? Everything. Everything. So, with that, I got some bullet points. Respect the job. Firefighting is one of the most respected professions in our country. For every person who wears a firefighter uniform, there's at least 10 more who wish they could. Arrive early. Arrive at least 30 minutes before your shift begins. Be social. Find a senior firefighter. A good senior firefighter on your shift will be your greatest asset. Be proactive around the firehouse. Don't wait for someone to tell you to do it. As a probationary firefighter, you basically do everything already. Find a mentor. Know your riding positions and assignments. Check your equipment. This rule cannot be overstated. Check your personal protective equipment. It's what's going to keep you safe. Ask when you have a question. Not asking something for fear for looking foolish will only get you in trouble. Talk to the off-going crew. Give them the same courtesy that the off-going crew gave you. Lead by example. And do not try to force acceptance. Your actions, both in the firehouse and on the fire ground, will be closely scrutinized. Trying to get comfortable too quickly will likely work against you. Leave your ego at the door. Stay physically fit and stay mentally fit. Have fun. Don't take things too personally. Have fun. If you don't have a sense of humor, it'd be wise to develop one. Survival in the firehouse depends on it. Be a team player. Be accountable and respect the public. And as the lieutenant said, pay it forward. As the years go by, you will move from probie to experienced firefighter. One day you may be the senior firefighter or the company officer. As you can see from what I just read, being a probationary firefighter is hard work. But if you weren't up for the challenge, you would never have chosen this profession in the first place. Accept the challenge, work hard, and stay hungry to learn. When someone is giving you advice, listen. Remember, you have one mouth and two ears. Use them proportionately. As human beings, it's important to understand that we don't learn anything by talking. We learn by listening, reading, and then doing. After you successfully complete your probationary period, your attitude and behavior should not change. If you take this advice we have given you above, you will have established some great habits. Keep them and they will serve you well. These firefighters in front of you have gone through some extremely challenging training. They put in a lot of time, somewhere in the amount of 700 hours of training in over the last 4 months. Personal and family lives were put on hold during this period, but in the end, it was all worth it. Now you'll be part of another family, your family of brothers and sisters. Your journey is just beginning, and you still have a lot to learn. I'm proud of you, and I wish you a safe and successful career. Now for your shift assignments. We'll call you up one by one. Lieutenant O'Shaughnessy will give your assignment. Ooh. Okay. Stand by. Committee Woman Michelle Delsport has a couple words to say.
Good evening. I just want to congratulate you. You guys are in for a phenomenal profession, and you're in more than capable hands. And as the director and the lieutenant mentioned to you earlier, you have a lot on your shoulders to carry, but it's all so worth it. I have a lot of members in my family that are firefighters, and they've shared with me that in so many instances you have good memories and you have memories that you will never forget. But it's really the person inside of you, and I know that each and every one of you must be a very special person to take on this profession, because it really does take that type of person. So congratulations. I thank your family members for loaning us your sons and your daughters, and again, we're here for you.
Thank you, committee woman. All right. Probationary firefighter Brzezowski. Probationary firefighter Peters. Probationary firefighter Ribeiro. Probationary firefighter Ferdinandi. Second generation firefighter for Union Fire Department. Probationary firefighter Scarillo. It's a good day. Use a good clap. I think De Palma's next, but I think we're just going to skip him tonight. What do you think? Probationary firefighter De Palma. Probationary firefighter Goalie. Probationary firefighter Soteros. Probationary firefighter Gatos. And last but not least, second generation firefighter Huber. I thank you all for attending. Please come across the street to the firehouse. We have some light refreshments. The training lieutenant put a little video on. We could take some pictures there. I don't mean to rush you, but there is another event. So if it wasn't for the rain, we'd have stayed in one spot. But please come back to the firehouse, and we'll continue the celebration there. Thank you for coming. Yep. 10 probationary firefighters come on stage.